Sorry if I seem like I'm out of energy. It didn't really sleep well last night. It's just that I didn't get much sleep, so yeah. We shall see what today, Monday, brings. For anyone that hasn't, I released. Sorry, for anyone who hasn't seen my two poems, I released. I released one yesterday. It was called Lines, and today's poem was called Justice. For anyone that hasn't watched them, you can. Um, I also have art that was I drew. I made some art inspired by both those poems, and I also have another art piece for tomorrow's poem. So yeah, it's interesting to see how people actually relate to these poems. I'm actually kind of surprised, honestly. Um, Definitely not, since I would not consider myself a poet. Um, I'm okay. Um, one of my subscribers, who's also a Twitter friend, um, bought one of the pieces that was inspired by my poem yesterday called Lines. Today's poem was called Justice. People seem to relate to that, which I don't really think people relate to. I think people would understand the words, but I didn't think they'd relate to it. So yeah. Oh, thanks. I don't. Wouldn't, I'm definitely not a poet, but I do have poems on. I did release two new poems this week, and I have one more. And based on those poems, I drew three different drawings based on the three poems. The first one was called Lines. The second one today, which was called Justice. Oh, thank you. And the third one, which I haven't done yet, which I haven't released, which will be released tomorrow, is called To Be Heard. Each of them have, I feel like they have their own voices, in my opinion. So yeah. But it's interesting to see when you write something and then people can relate to it. Okay. I don't know if you saw, Nick. I did release a new poem today. It's called Lines. Do you want me to recite one of the poems that I actually wait, do you want me to recite one of the poems that I actually just released? Because I can. Um, Also, hold on one second. I'm not gonna share the one I'm going to release tomorrow though, because I released. Okay, so I'll do one of the ones I released. I'll do the one from today and yesterday, but I'll do the one from yesterday first. Okay, so the first one that I released yesterday is called Lines. Okay, inside the lines, outside the lines, between the lines, staying on the line, getting off the line, reading between the lines. Who says that I have to stay within the lines? Who decides that staying within the lines is right or not? Thank you, Nick. Who says that I cannot go outside the lines? Who decides that going outside the lines is wrong or right? Lines can all be different, but not one is wrong. Who decides which lines to use? I decide. Lines, lines, lines. That's the one I released yesterday. And then today's poem is called Justice. Justice yet to be served. Justice yet to be heard. Justice yet to be seen. Justice isn't always an easy road. Justice can be a hard fought battle. Justice can be hollow. justice can be an answer to someone's prayer. Justice, justice, justice is what everyone deserves to have. I don't know how honestly, I'm not quite sure how I came up with the names of these titles. I also have other poems. Like a good amount of the poems I've written were based on my own experiences. These ones, these two, and the one for tomorrow, I don't really know where they came from. I guess they were kind of probably based on stuff I was feeling about the world and other things. I think that's where the justice one came from. How many poems do I have? Based on what I saw on YouTube, I think I've had released 20 of them. All of them I wrote to inspire this disability community. I do have disabilities myself, um, and I often didn't think people understood me, and I think writing these poems have made me understand myself better and realize people can relate to them. So yeah, no, I don't have any children. Does anyone want to hear any of my older poems? I think I've read Misunderstood on here. What else have I read? Being Different, We Rise. I said that one. Oh, you're welcome. Also, Tam G. There is a playlist for the poems if you want to look through them because there are different ones I've written, and also Creative Stories. It's called the playlist for those poems and creative stories. It's called a short poem. I think it's called Short Poems and Creative Stories written for this disability community. This channel is disability related because I have my own disabilities, and I thought that what I wanted is to encourage and inspire those who don't feel like they have their voice being heard. I wanted this to be a safe space. Yeah, I'm okay. Anyone want to hear any other poems I have? The We Rise one is a tongue twister kind of thing. My art, I love my art. My art makes me happy. So does this poem stuff, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, my name is Mariah. That is my name. Do I have a nickname? Not that I'm aware of. Um, do I know any poems? I don't know who Mike Roth, I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't know who that is. I wrote, my creative stories are based on, I'm dyslexic, autistic, and an ADHD. I wrote a creative story based on my being dyslexic, and I also wrote one, I think, on being, the other one is based on being autistic. Haven't done one based on ADHD. Not, there's no particular reason. My favorite, oh, thanks, Tam G. Have a good rest of your day or night. I'm not sure what time zone you're in. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what that is, so I can't say that. Dad, I'm on a stream. Hi, though. Did anyone want to hear any of the other poems I have, though? And it's okay if you don't want to. That's not a big deal to me. That's your name? I don't know how to say it, though. How do you say? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I told you I'm dyslexic, so I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sorry in advance. Which means pronouncing certain things is not very easy for me. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, that's what that was? Oh, I didn't know that's what that was, Nick. How'd you know that was a troll post? Never mind. I didn't know at all. I just thought they were just talking about random. I thought they were just talking about Oh, okay. Appreciate you, Nick. I don't have to say anything, you know. Um. Oh, bye, crazy. Um. Sorry if I offended you. My bad. I wasn't trying to. I really didn't know how to say your name. I'm not gonna lie just because I'm not gonna lie. Just um. Very. I try my best to do my best to be honest. So, and some people probably don't like that. Others do. But people that bear with me normally understand how I am. So it's more of trauma towards saying things wrong. I do have trauma towards saying names wrong. I don't like saying them wrong. So, um, especially because I've had my name said wrong. So I don't want to do that to someone else. Um, Hopefully that is clear. Um, uh, Lost my thoughts. Um, how was my day? My day's been, I guess, good. I was having fun. Well, I was having fun. I was talking to my ex, and I was telling him when I'm really tired, I tend to be more playful and silly. It's true. It's a very true thing because I only got like 4 hours of sleep, so my mood is different, and also I'm a little bit more short with people. Or sorry, I should say short. I've decided I'm not going to no longer engage with people that are being disrespectful, mocking, or rude. Not that he was. Someone else was irritating me today, so I was like, I'm not dealing with that because I know what they want. They want me to get mad and go off, and I'm not doing that. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry your work is overwhelming. I don't really know what else to say about it. Yeah, I'm already. Funny thing is, I didn't used to be this talkative as I am now. I used to be really, 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 really quiet. I think that um, being burnt out caused my ADHD to come to the forefront because it wasn't. I don't think it was there as much. As, it obviously was always part of me, but I think the autistic side covered the ADHD side, so I didn't really see it as much. But I realized I see it a lot more now, and also I've noticed people that I engage with that actually have ADHD, like just ADHD, and not they're not autistic or anything else. They can see it more readily available. Like my ex, he has ADHD, and he could see it immediately, and I didn't realize. I just thought it was just me being Mariah, but because I just thought I was being more myself because for a long time I wasn't really being myself fully, so I didn't um understand what that was like. Um, you said sleep. I already overshare in general for myself. So yeah. What Nick? What happened? Why did that person? What? Oh, is that the same person from earlier? Never mind. Oh, your nephew has ADHD. Honestly, I hope that I don't know what it's like in your country over there. I don't know if the services are harder to if it's harder to get like accommodations over there. I don't know. Um, Also, I guess it depends on maybe what they have, what kind of accommodations they have available. Um, Thinking. Um, but I am glad your nephew got. I'm assuming your nephew is a child, but I don't know. I can't say. I know it's harder to get a diagnosis as an adult than it is a child, which doesn't make any bloody sense. But because oh, he's 9. Aw. Um, I appreciate just someone you know, Nick. I appreciate you. Uh, and I say that because like this channel used to not have any mods. I know you and there are other mods on this channel, but I appreciate it because I noticed the channel has been getting a lot more trolls than normal. I don't know what is going on there. I try to keep it as safe as possible because I don't want no bullying on here. Oh, thank you. I was totally about to push it. Like I don't understand. I don't get what's happening. Why? Like I understand. It's funny because it was almost like I think it's because the channel is growing. Why is the. Oh, hello. I think that's why it's getting a lot more trolls and stuff. But I'm doing my best not to respond to it because I know my mom and other people are like, if you respond to the hate, then you're gonna get. It's just gonna get worse, even though it makes no dumb sense. But okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I do think. Oh, hello. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, like, I feel like as I was a kid, well, let's be honest, me and you, Nick, we grew up in a different time where this wasn't this bad. Like, with the trolling wasn't like, this was not, it was early on, like, happening, but it wasn't to the point where it's become, like, a everyday thing and people actually make channels off of trolling. It's just actually freaking insane. Do you have any pets? I don't have any pets. Uh, when you get hate, you just won't leave it. Well, I do leave it, but there are some points where I have to address it, unfortunately, which I hate having to do because it just gives more attention to the people. Recently, I've decided I'm not responding to people that are being hateful because that's just giving them fire to make it worse. Because, yeah. Um, Definitely think that I'm glad that when I was bullied when I was a teenager, that the internet, like at least I didn't have the cyberbullying on top of bullying because that would have been I don't think I would have made it if that happened. My pronouns there, she, her. Um, uh, yeah, I don't. And I remember even watching this case on this girl. She was actually be around my age now. She was still alive. Um, she was cyberbullied. I literally, I can't imagine like having, because she had both bullying in school and online. I don't think I could survive that. I really don't. Because basically you don't get a rest. Like I already know my bullying myself, it was really tough. Suicide attempts and everything. Like it was a whole thing. Like, um, it was just sad. It's just sad that people do things to knock someone's confidence down or knock their self esteem to a point where they don't feel like it's worth to live, which is really sad. And I really, when I watched that thing about her mom was talking about her and the parents, I felt so bad because you could see when they were retelling the story, when they were telling what happened to their child, you could see her basically reliving the whole experience over, and I felt so bad. And the thing that the people that did it need, I really pissed me off because people that even like were cyberbullying her daughter didn't even get bloody charged. I like literally pissed me off like so bad. Um, because they catfished this girl, and then it was her former best friend, the best friend's mom, and I was really wanting to hurt all. I really wanted to hurt them. I really got mad. Um, yeah, anyone ever heard of Megan's Law? That's who I'm talking about. Megan, I forgot her last name. I think her name is Megan Dyer. Um, yeah, it was just that just pissed me off. Cause honestly, I'd totally be friends with someone. I would have been friends with her if I knew her in real life. Like it's just bull. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't. I have a thing about people doing that kind of stuff, but it's probably based on my own experience. Probably. I don't know. I don't get most people when they are like I know there are people that come on my channel just to say hateful things, and I literally will I remove their comments. Like what, like you literally just came on the channel just to hate on it. Okay, you can do that. Remove. Um, because like I said, this channel is supposed to be a safe space for me and other people, and you being hateful is not safe for me or anyone else. Um, Also, they get removed and blocked, and I'm not sorry for doing that. Um, because that makes this, because am I happy with my life? Yeah, I'm fine with my life right now. Am I tired? Yes, I'm tired. But what was I gonna say? I'm just glad. Like, I'm glad that one of my Twitter friends and also one of my subscribers uh love my art. Yeah, there's also a hidden comment section where people put offensive thing, and I'm definitely not clicking on that because I know how my mental health goes. So that's not happening. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. I just really like that people like. I really like there are some people that really like my art so much that they buy it. It actually makes me feel like awesome about myself because I most of my life nothing to do with any of my parents or my siblings. I felt like that my life didn't have any value, meaning, or anything. What I did, what I was doing didn't matter to anybody. Didn't care. Like when I see people like relating to my the poems, any content I do, like say people even saying like today I had a comment. Someone said they were having a rough day and they were glad that my video like that I put my video up because it helped them get through their day. Like that kind of stuff is what makes me continue to do the content I do. Like because like I've said before, I think one kind word can help someone without you even knowing. Like my art, like I like that my art is very abstract. Like when I was a kid, my art was had like more I would say substance to it. Now I feel like my art is just kind of it's based on what I want to do or based sometimes my art turns out better than I thought. Sometimes it turns out worse and then I restart over. Which I love to do because I like my art being a particular way. I just think it's important. One thing I think it's very important to choose your words very carefully because you don't know the impact like that they have. I know from personal experience it being done to me. And I'm sure a lot of people know from personal experience what's done to them. Like both good and bad words have impact on people's lives. I don't think people realize that. Like, which is really sad when I say that. I think that instead of people saying sticks and stones may break my words, but words don't ever hurt me, they should say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words also hurt me because they both hurt the same. Maybe different impacts, like sticks and stones actually harm you like physically, but words hurt you emotionally and mentally. So like I think that should be the rhyme, not sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me. That's not true. That's actually literally a lie. Because I asked my mom, I said, why do they say, I don't get this rhyme. Why do they say that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words don't hurt you when words actually really do hurt you? Like literally, they hurt people. They cause people to harm themselves. They cause emotional damage. They cause mental harm. Like, to be honest, words people said to me have hurt me way more than any kind of like bang. I'm not gonna be honest. Words have hurt me more than a physical like someone hurting. Like if I hit myself on like on the bed or something, it hurts worse because they are because you relive those words over and over in your mind. And I don't think people think about that. They don't think about that like the I'm not saying that you breaking your leg or whatever or hurting yourself they don't hurt, but at least eventually the pain goes away most likely. But when you have words that have emotionally damaged you, um, the pain, even if it subsides a little bit, you can still like you can literally think about something and then it goes. You can think well, you can go in one side over here. Yeah, go ahead and do that. You don't even know where I live, so back to the saying. Um, what did I say? Back to the saying. Words are can be damaging and also can heal. They can be very harmful, but they also can heal. So you have two benefit. You have a benefit and a pro and a con to words, which is probably why in the Bible, even though I know not everyone's religious, in the Bible says the power of the tongue. What is it? What is it? It's like something about the power of the tongue. Like basically, you can be harmed or healed in that power of your tongue. So if you use your words to cut someone down, there's going to be a negative impact. If you use the words to build someone up, there's going to be a positive impact. So basically, words can hurt or harm you emotionally, physically. I guess physically in a way because you can harm yourself, unfortunately. Um, and emotionally. I mean, I know all three of those ways, unfortunately. Am I in a better place now? Yes, I am. Did it take a long time to get there? Yes, it did. Am I ashamed of it? No, because through that I can help other people that are going through some of the stuff that I may not be aware of. Um, yeah, but I don't. The reason why I'm very vocal and honest about the suicide attempts and suicide stuff is because I know that just because I look a certain way or whatever, because people say you look like you like don't have any issues or whatever. Oh, hello. Um, you can't tell based on someone how they look what is happening internally inside of them. Um, like someone can look like, let's be honest, people someone can be gorgeous or handsome or whatever on the outside, but have a lot of emotional turmoil on the inside, and you may not even know about it because they just put a smile on their face, and oftentimes that's probably what people do because they're not comfortable in speaking the truth out, which I can understand in ways why you might not be comfortable doing that, because you mostly not being emotionally safe or mentally safe around whoever you're with or some other stuff. But for me, I try to be as honest and transparent as possible because I never know. Honestly, through my words, I could be saving someone's life without even realizing. Which I wouldn't take any credit for. It's not my space. It just God put the person in my path. That's all I would say because it has nothing to do with me. I, I didn't physically save the person. God's the one that can do it more than I can. Um, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I would say Robin Williams is definitely the perfect example. It's really sad. When I think about that. Um, but the point is, you can never know what someone's going through emotionally and mentally. It's just not always. You can't always take face value at what it is. Like someone can be, like I said, the happiest person, look at the happiest person, but internally they're not at all. Like they're just putting on a front because they don't really want people to see that side, which I understand personally why both sides, why you want people to see it and why you don't want people to see it. Um, but yeah. Um, thinking about Robin Williams makes me sad though, cause oh man, I really liked his work, and I'm sorry when they try to do things with his work, like do things that are I don't know. I feel like when they try to do like Aladdin, the live action version, the live version, I'm like no, that's a no. Oh hello, but I don't think the one thing I think is people need to realize people once a final act is done, it can't be undone, unfortunately. And I'm not saying it to harp on it to belittle someone that's going through a mental health crisis because I've been exactly where you guys or where the person actually currently at. I've been there multiple times. And I don't act like I know more or less than what my own experience. I do know that there's a few things that are important to do when you're in a mental crisis. Do not isolate yourself. I know that for a fact. Um, because a lot of the times when I know, for example, for my past suicide attempts, isolating myself was like one of the things I shouldn't have done because that's when the ideation became stronger because I was not near anybody like physically. I was on my I was in my room in my own mind, which is never, of course, my mind's not always healthy. And there ain't nothing wrong with trying to fix the unhealthiness. For anyone that wants to seek help. And it's okay if you don't want to seek help, but at least have someone to talk to. Like when I ever get in moods, like really, really down, I have a person or people I talk to because I know that they help me, like try to help. Well, they be there to listen and not judge, and that's very important. That's another one. When you're in a mental health crisis, these are not medical tips. These are tips that I use when I've gone through it. Tip, I would say that you should definitely, if you have any self harm, if you're a self harmer, do not be in any area where there's anything that you could self harm with. That's important. Another thing I would say is have like have people or a person you can talk to when you're in a crisis. Like, and I mean a person that's makes you feel emotionally and mentally safe. That is one thing. That's another thing I think is important. And I don't think some of the stuff I didn't know as someone that has gone through multiple health crises. Um, that these are tips I've learned to use when I'm going through them. I will sometimes when I'm in a crisis, I will text the person I want to talk to, or I'll go and talk to my mom or someone in this house because because it makes me remember Mariah. We don't need to use the final decision, the final choice. Like I said, we don't need to use the final choice to. We don't need to use the final, like basically, we don't need to use a final solution to a temporary issue that you're going through because typically what I will do, I have this mantra I use for when I'm in a major crisis where I'm about to attempt. Um, one thing I did do that I think is a really smart thing. I gave all the stuff that I use for when I self harm or even think about any kind of suicide ideation. I gave it all to my mom because I know that she will have it, and it won't be in my area, so I won't attempt, which is good, because I know that's my first point when I'm thinking like when I'm in that state, my brain's like get the thing, and so because it's not in my area, I'd have to go get it, like physically get out of my room and get it, which makes me have to it would have to break the thoughts because I'd be thinking, Mariah, you have to go get the thing, and you got to go ask her, which means most likely you're not going to be able to get the thing. Um, Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you. Because that person was just asking for it to be kicked. My point is, I just want people that are mentally struggling, regardless of who or what is happening, to know that you're not the only one out there, and there are people that will care, and like literally people that would talk to you, and people that won't judge you. I really wish I could be there for every person that was mentally like struggling. But like unfortunately, I can't physically do that. Because I literally know what it is like to almost lose your life to suicide. Because I almost did with my last suicide attempts back in 2021. I think I honestly probably was seconds away from. Yeah, I'm African American. Uh, yeah, I almost. Yeah, I'm glad that I decided to go to therapy. That's when I realized I needed help because that was the most I attempted in one day. I've never had attempted that many times in one day. And my mom was like, "If you don't stop, I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to get the ambulance." And I've never have her ever in all the attempts I've ever had in my whole life. I've never had my mom tell me if you don't stop, I'm gonna get the ambulance, which told me I needed to get myself some help. Of course, I'm in a lot better place mentally and emotionally, which is awesome. But I know not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to get help, or even in a space where they feel like they're able to get help, or they're worth getting help, which is really sad. And those are the people I'm trying to speak to today. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to make you make a decision I'm not trying to force your hand or anything because I know some people think, oh, Mariah's saying all this stuff to force my hand to do a decision that she wants. No, I just want what's best for you. Even though I don't personally know you, that's what I want, best for you. Um, on this, honestly, I do think that, I do think it was a wake up call, but I did realize when I was doing after those suicide attempts were happened, I realized I needed help for myself. I've had help in the past, but this one was like one of the worst ones. So, um, I was like, Mariah, we got to get help. Like, I remember when I first called, which is really annoying, by the way, because if you do have a self harm right before you call, they won't let you do anything. So, like, they literally will tell you have to go to the hospital, which I understand their point, but it also doesn't help when someone is in if they're in an active state of crisis. That's not beneficial for that person. Like, I think that is a misstep right there. Like, I understand you're trying to say go to the hospital, but you telling them that more likely makes them feel helpless than, I mean, helpless and hopeless than you actually helping them. Um, I just think that I wish that that wasn't like a step. So, also, Nick, I really do appreciate you. My bad. I know I said it earlier, but I really appreciate all the blocking you're doing for me. Appreciate that. Oh, and hi, Mildred. But yeah, I hope that helps somebody out there that needs it. And I'm not a medical professional. I'm just speaking on my own personal experience with it. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I tried. Nick, if you read that, or Mildred, if you read that and it says something fine, if it says something decent, you can push it through. But if it says something rude, please don't push it through, okay? Because I don't read the ones that say held in review. I just don't read them because I feel like it's something. Thank you. You understood me. Hello. Oh, that's a nice name. Is it Calliope? I feel like I heard that name before. Yeah, I saw you said hi. I said hi. But what was I thinking? Oh yes, I was just talking. Let me change the topic because I feel like this became morbid a little bit. I know it's trying to be morbid. I was trying to help other people with that. Hopefully, it did help somebody, even if I don't ever know it. I just the reason I think I've heard of the name Calliope before. It's probably why I got it. I don't always get names because of my dyslexia, being dyslexic. Yeah, it's a thing. Not that I'm not, one thing I will say for anyone that is new to this channel, I'm not ashamed of any of my disabilities at all. I'm not ashamed of being autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHD. I'm not ashamed of any of them. I know people tend to like say, Mariah, don't, I've had people say, don't label yourself, why do you find yourself by them? Because, in my head, this is the way I think about it, I'm always going to have them, so how can I not define myself with them, um, or by them? There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to share if you don't want to, Calliope, but you can. This is a safe space, and is if anyone is mean, my mods will take care of it, and I will take care of it if I have to step in. Hopefully, I don't because I don't want this channel to be like that. You have ADHD and oh, okay. Oh, you have ADHD and OCD. I wonder. I do wonder. Calliope, I just have a question because you have different you have different I don't know if you I guess you said they were disorders, so I'm gonna go with your word. You have different disorders. Do you feel like you can tell where one starts and one stops? Like for you, because for me I can't, for my three different ones, I can't always tell where one is like stopping and the other one's starting. Oh, you can. Oh, that's good then, because like I don't know if any I don't based on so far, I think based on the response I had for one question, people were saying they can't tell. Some of them said they could because of like for mine because autism and ADHD can overlap, like, and also I am dyslexic too. Um one of the things for me, some of my the cons and the disabilities are strengths in the others. So for me, I can't always tell where one is stopping, like where it's no longer happening to it switches to another. I can't always tell. Like of course the dyslexic I can tell out of all of them more than anything, but the autism and the ADHD I can't always tell where um one starts and one stops. I can tell like for example, I can tell like my hyper focus is a lot more because I have both I am both autistic and have ADHD. But yeah, I'm definitely yeah, oh well I'm glad it makes you feel safe. I'm glad that it makes you feel safe. Reaffirm it's a reaffirming. But I just think that I just want this channel to be a safe space for everyone that even people that don't have any disabilities out there that also have disorders that are I would consider disabilities like anxiety is actually a mental health. It's mental health, but it's also an invisible disability. I also have anxiety on top of let's be honest. Let's be honest. For what I have, I would say I have we already know I am autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHD. I also have dealt with depression for a lot of my life. Anxiety, both of those. Oh, hello. I don't want to call hams to go. I just feel weird. Can I have a name or something? Because I don't like saying that. It just sounds really. I don't know. I just feel like it sounds impersonable. For me, I'm not wearing any shoes. But back to what I was saying. What was I gonna say? Oh, my brain. Oh, yes. I've like living with all three of my disabilities. It can be hard, but it gives me really good work ethic. It has my whole life. It's given me good work ethic. Um, I know for some people like they wish they didn't have their disability. I would never wish my disabilities away because it makes me Mariah. I feel like if I didn't have them, I know I wouldn't be the same person at all. Like um, I don't even know if I don't think I'd be the same person at all. Like literally, I think all my whole DNA would be different. Like it'd be very. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know if I'd care as much about things, and like I feel like certain things would just be like no. Um. Yeah. So yeah, living with anxiety. I actually did a video on. I don't remember when. I think it was a few years ago on how to deal with having anxiety while having other disabilities on top of it. Um, yeah, it's not easy because I have crippling anxiety. It's not normal anxiety. Um, back to what I was saying. I think that it's a lot harder to have disabilities and then having anxiety or any other condition on top of them because it's like, well, thanks. Um, because it's like because like for me, my anxiety makes my disabilities sometimes harder to deal with than if I just had the disabilities themselves, all three of them, um, and not the anxiety, because I already have like my being autistic and having ADHD, both of those already cause me to have heightened feelings in general. So when my anxiety hits, it's like worse. Plus, I also have acid reflux, so when my emotions are out of whack, it can trigger my acid reflux, which is annoying, by the way. It's very irritating. Uh, yeah. Hmm. But I think that yeah, I would agree with you, Nick. It is a whole lot to deal with. Like, cause I already like me being autistic already makes me heightened in every way because my all my senses are always heightened all the way up, and so what most people see as small things are not small to me. Um, I tend to blow them out of proportion, even though I don't mean to. It's just how my brain processes it. Um, which is why I think I do wonder if the reason why my being autistic masks my ADHD because the autism the autism that I have or the level maybe the level is a lot higher than the ADHD side of my brain. Like I don't know if there's different parts of my brain that has like you know, when you think, I'm just thinking, this is how I thought. This is my thought, but I'm also Mariah. That's the way I think. I wonder if in my head, is there like a lot more, does, does me being autistic hit certain parts of my brain a lot more than the ADHD? I do see the ADHD side, but I always assumed a lot of the stuff that had to do with the ADHD side was just a Mariah thing because I didn't ever see anyone like me doing this stuff. So I just thought, oh, they must be a Mariah thing. Like I used to say, literally, I would call them Mariah things. So I'm like, I don't know why I do this. I just know I do it. I don't see anyone else doing it, so it must be just something Mariah does. But once I put my story out there, like I did 3 different videos about like what it's like to be autistic, what it's like to be an ADHD, and what it's like to be dyslexic. And people like were relating. I was like, oh my gosh, what? There are people out here that can relate to this stuff. I didn't think it would have the impact it had. I just thought, oh, this is just Mariah, how Mariah processes the world. Because I've never seen anyone like me. I've never ever met one like me. That has multiple disabilities and like I'm not saying you can't function with multiple disabilities. It's just a little bit harder to function with them. As most probably can tell you. I don't try to hide it. I know people are probably like, Mariah, why do you disclose it? Because I think it's important for people to know that they're not alone. Because oftentimes when you feel alone, you just like don't feel like you have any value. And I think that disabilities are nothing to be ashamed of. They may make you work harder or have to do things in a different way, but they don't make you any less you than you are. But that's just the Mariah thought. I know it may not resonate with everybody out there because some people think, oh, you, because I was even watched, I think, a video, someone had put something in a video of like this girl faking being autistic. And I literally, to the life of me, I don't get why anyone would fake having a disability when you don't have it because, like, in my opinion, what you're doing is mocking everyone that has it. Like for me personally, my disabilities have defined me in my life. Like they don't make me any less of Mariah. It just makes me have to do things differently. Like things that most people don't blow out of proportion, I do. And I think that um, people that have disabilities are very, very strong. Like typically because they have to be, unfortunately. And I don't mean it as in that's bad to be strong. It's not. It's just I feel like we're taken advantage of a lot more. We're like, oh, you have this. Oh, I'm not. You're not. I'm not like you're not like my cousin. I've literally seen it. People say like you're not like my cousin. You can't be like autistic. I've never had it happen to me. Like I've had people look at me and like you don't have any disabilities. You don't have anything wrong with you. But the thing is, you don't have to. What's my channel about? It's a disability related channel. Um. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. Um. Like what tells you like I said, what tells you if someone is has a disability? Just because you can't physically see it doesn't mean that it's not there. Like there's a lot of invisible disabilities out there that people just like assume. Okay, just because I can't see it, she doesn't have nothing. Like who told you that? I've had a lot of assumptions. People like coming. I've had people on the channel say, "Oh, Mariah, you don't have nothing wrong with you," or people saying that I'm rude because I'm talking about different disabilities or my when they don't even know nothing about me. They literally know nothing about me. Like I know because I have all my disabilities are invisible. Like all of them you can't see. Like the only one you may be able to see is my when my ankle is hurting, you can see me limp, but that's because I have this thing called tight heel cords, which I was born with. Other than that, you won't see any of my other disabilities unless I'm like really distressed, most likely, or if you're engaging with me. Typically, you can see the autistic side. ADHD sometimes you can see because it depends on I guess my moods and stuff. I hate that crap. I hate when people use the disability community as an aesthetic when it's not theirs. When particularly when I'm saying it's not genuine, I don't like that crap. It's bullshit to me. Like because I've seen videos where people pretend to be autistic and other things just to get some freaking attention. That's bull to me because I'm autistic and I don't pretend to be anything. Mildred, I don't think he was trying to make me mad. I think he was actually asking a genuine question. I literally hate that crap. I've had someone pretend to be autistic. I've literally had someone to pretend to be autistic to get my attention or my sympathy. Not that I wouldn't be sympathetic to them anyways, but I know what it's like to to live my whole life with these disorders or disabilities, and someone to just mess with me and say, "Oh, Mariah, I was just kidding." What the hell do you mean you were just kidding? That's not a joke. We don't joke. I don't joke about it. Like I literally live with this every single solitary day. It's not a bad thing that I live with it, but it's something I can't control. And to me, you making fun of it is like you're insulting me and other people like me. That's not okay. To do. Um, I literally, to the life of me, I don't get why anyone would think, oh, let's go mock people that are different than us because we want because they're getting attention. Let's do that. I don't know where in the world anyone could ever think that's okay. No, I don't play roadblocks. But seriously, it just I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever understand. But also, maybe I'm biased because I have my own disabilities and you're mocking the ones I have. I think even if I didn't have if I didn't even if I wasn't autistic, I'd probably still feel the same way. About it. Like I was watching this video, like this girl was pretending to stim, and it was pissing me off. Like for real, it was pissing me off because I knew that she wasn't really. I knew she was doing it. She was playing for the camera, which pissed me off even more because I know when I stim, I can't really control my stems. Like, do I like coffee? It's okay. Boba, I don't really drink that, so no. I don't know what she was. I think she might have been a TikToker. I don't know. But it was annoying. I just, I don't know. Like, if she was genuine, I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't mind her posting whatever. I wouldn't have cared. But because it was, because it was some bullshit like fake, that pissed me off. Like, I do wonder if she's ever been around anyone that's autistic. Because if you were, you would know that's not how we act. Um, yeah. I don't know, and the thing is, let's be honest, most of us, if not all, act very normal. We don't act, and that's because we've been unfortunately brainwashed into believing we have to be a particular way to be accepted, which is some bullshit, by the way, which obviously you noticed I'm no longer conforming to. Because a long time I did conform to having to be like society wants me to be. Forget that bullshit. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. Oh, thanks, Nick. I know I'm saying I respond to the question. Back to what I was saying. I just think that people should just be genuine and honest. If you don't have these disabilities, it's not a big deal. You can at least learn about them instead of trying to mock what you don't know. Even regardless, you shouldn't mock anything in first of all. But mocking what you don't know and then pissing everyone off, that's not the way to go. Like you're just gonna ostracize yourself. So yeah. I try to be. I don't really. I don't know. Some people would call me cool. Some people would call me other things. So it depends. I feel like. Um, but thanks for the compliment. Um, and also probably most people that are in here have been in here before. I'm quite hard on myself. I know it's probably a trauma response there. But the reason I just want people to be empowered. Not even it doesn't even have to be It doesn't even have to be someone that's part of the disability community. People that this channel is inclusive, so like, unlike how society often is, it's very exclusive, where they kick people out that they don't want to deal with. Um, I want both people from the disability community and people that are not part of it to engage, because I feel like I can learn things from both sides that I don't know. Like people have taught me that are not part of my community, the disability community, have taught me things. I'm actually 33. But oh, hello. Um, oh, like I said, I want, like, I like that. I like reading when I see people engaging with each other in the live stream. Same with when it comes to comments. When I read them on my channel, I see engagement with each other, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want. That's what I wanted. I want where, like, even in schools nowadays. Um, well, I'm glad you think that. That's not, at least that's an adult age. I've gotten younger than that. Um, I just want, like, people to learn, like, I want people that are not a part of the disability community to learn from people that are part of it. Like, I want people to learn through my lived experiences, other people's lived experiences. You can learn things from other people. I think it's important to not always believe what people perceive, what are based on what people's perceptions are, rather than what they lived. Like, you're going to take a perception over what someone actually experienced. Why do that? Like, for example, let me see if I can think of an example. I never wear makeup. I've only worn, actually, no, that's not true. I've only worn makeup twice, I believe. I think assumptions are very dangerous, very, very dangerous, honestly. Mental health wise, disability wise, like, hello. They can be very, very dangerous. I've had a lot of people assume things about me, and yeah. Oh, thanks. Um, yeah, I just think people just need to be careful about what they assume. If they don't know something, you can look it up or go to someone that you may think that may know about it. Like sometimes I knew my mom used to come to me when, because she knows I love disability related things. Like I like looking them up and learning about them. I know it's my weird special interest probably, but I enjoy it. Like it's one of my favorite things. Like learning more about like different disabilities I'd never heard of, or disabilities like that I want to know more about or something like that, um, is very fascinating to me. I know for most people, like, why Mariah? But it's just part of me being Mariah. Yeah. What else? Um, See, and I didn't plan any of that. It just comes from my brain sometimes. Like, my brain will sometimes get flooded with thoughts, and then literally that will come, stuff like that will come out. For most people, well, some people don't know this. I'm very unfiltered, and I tend to say what comes to my mind. I know it's an autistic thing, probably even could be an ADHD thing too. On top of it, I know the impulsive side is probably ADHD. Um, Thank you, Nick, because I was ignoring because I don't know what they were trying to do. Hold on, I was reading your message. You said, "As advanced as the world has become." Yeah, I really do feel like we're always learning new things, and I also feel like some of the stuff that we learn, some of it may not always be accurate, because sometimes I think I've had people come to me and say like, "Oh, Mariah, what you wrote, even though it's not based on my knowledge, it's based on someone else's, it may not be right." Um, like learning about the stuff that people, like this one topic that is actually, I think it's this week's topic, this week's live stream on Saturday. I like learning new things. It's a functional neurological disorder. I never knew about some of these things that I've learned. Sometimes people suggest things to me, and I'm learning something that I didn't know. Hold on. You said you learn new things. Oh, I'm glad you learned new lessons from that. I just think, it's cool that, like, I do sometimes wonder if the things that we're predisposed to, do they impact certain like aspects of ourselves, like the things we're predisposed to have. Like I'm trying, 'cause sometimes I'm curious, but I know this is not my place. I do wonder why some people have like more severe disabilities than others, and of course I know it might have to do with genetics and other things, but I do wonder like how come. Sometimes I wonder like how come I'm not nonverbal. Not that I'm saying anyone that's nonverbal like anything's wrong with that. I do wonder sometimes like how come I'm not like sometimes my disabilities aren't like worse than they are. Especially since I was so sick when I was a baby. So sick. That's why I'm pretty certain I have these disabilities. Nothing wrong with that. I was born very prematurely, which I've talked about in my story. I have talked about that, um, which makes me sad a little bit. Not the prematurity. It's just thinking about what my mom and my dad went through when I was born. It makes me sad thinking about that. I wouldn't really know what happened because I was a baby, but yeah, and I was born early and I weighed real, which makes sense. I would weigh a low birth weight when you're born early. It makes perfect sense. I definitely don't. I'm glad you think that. I feel like I could never do medicine. That's awesome to think that though. Yeah. Back to what I was saying. I just think people, like I said, people come here to hate, but I'm just ignoring them. Thanks, Nick. Because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to distract me from the focus I'm having because I know I'm trying to help people. Oh, and hello, Brian. Nice name. Um, I try to engage with everyone in here. The hateful ones I try not to engage with. Sometimes it depends on where my patience level is. I may I may talk to it. Others I won't. So yeah. Oh, you're an EMT? Oh, that's awesome. I'm just not. I don't think I'm bright enough. I know people are like, right, that's like a cop. That's probably not true. Um, I don't think I'm. I don't think I could do the medical stuff because of my just being dyslexic. So because all the I know even when I talk to my mom, I say sometimes I ask her how to pronounce certain things and they're normally medical terms, and I'm like, yeah, this is what you gotta do as a doctor, or like anything in medicine. Like I could probably not do that. Like I even do. Well, I already have my degree actually. It's just not in medicine or anything. I've had my degree for a while. But like I think it's awesome people that do medicine. I just know I can't. Like be honest, graduating from college is already hard enough to do. So I can't see myself going to like college again and then going to medical school. You're not old. I don't think you're. I, I told you I'm 33. I think that's good. I'm getting up in yeah, oh, you're dyslexic too. I'm okay. So I'm for anyone that's new to this channel, I'm dyslexic, autistic, and an ADHD or neurodivergent. And there's nothing wrong with being that age. Um, you like my research I'm glad you like my research topics. My research topics are really hard for me, so sometimes what I'll do, is next to words I don't understand how to pronounce, I'll literally put the pronunciation because I already have anxiety when talking on camera. So I literally look next to the to the to the thing, whatever word it is, like the one I'll give you an example. The one topic I think Nick actually suggested, I think, to me was hold on, trichotillomania. Yeah, that's crap. That is a mouthful. It's just a it's a hair pulling disorder, but but I had to put the pronunciation next to it because my brain can't. Sometimes when it's really anxious, even if I know a word, I have to put the pronunciation so I can know how to pronounce it. And I think it's good for me being dyslexic. It helps me a lot. I recently learned this skill to do this. Yeah, I know. I can pronounce it now. But honestly, I've learned to communicate. I've always had I feel like my brain and my body like don't always in sync because like I have a lot to say, but then I'm like my brain won't pull out the words I need to say. If that makes any sense. Like with my dyslexia, at least the dyslexia that I have, which I don't know what it is particularly, because it's not one of the common ones. I'm not sure if it's a mix of them because there's 6 different kinds. I can spell pretty good. I do when I'm really, really tired. I will mix my numbers up, which I don't do when I'm not tired. I will do this thing where I've always done my whole entire life. I will add words where they're not needed and take out words where they are needed. That is also in that is also in the one video I shared about my dyslexia. That's one of the things I don't know what is the reason why that happens. Like my mom, like so I know like as a child, my mom to look over things or my sister or someone in the family because they miss something. Things that I sound right to me may not actually be they may not be accurate. You said, do I have an idea how to pronounce your R's? And yeah, I don't know how to explain that because for me it's not even it's a reading for me for dyslexia is actually more than I thought because I didn't realize it was a reading disability. um uh I don't know how to I'm not sure how to tell you how to pronounce them. For me, I'm dyslexic, so I don't know how to tell you how to do it. I know the differences in the sounds, but if anyone has a suggestion for Caleb, please give it because I really don't know how. Can I sing? It's okay. I'm okay. Even though people are all like, she can. Others, I don't know. I feel like I would, compared to my sister, I would say I'm average singer. But that's comparing myself to her. Comparing myself to myself, I'm an okay singer. That's what I would say. Like sometimes I will skip words, which is not good when I'm just being dyslexic because I have to try. Or I'll never get the word. No, I've sang. Actually, funny thing is, next actually no, yeah, no, next Sunday or Sunday that's coming, the 23rd. We're doing a special live stream to celebrate getting to 1,300 subscribers, which actually we're almost at 1,400. You know what I think maybe I don't know. For me, this is what I do. Caleb, just back. I'll talk about the singing thing after I say what I'm gonna say to Caleb. So what I do for me, this is what I do. I'm also dyslexic, so you don't. It may not work. It may not work for you. It might just work for Mariah. Okay, I call myself Mariah. I do that. But I do this thing where I literally will look up a word and have it pronounce it for me, and I'll even sometimes go to videos. I don't know if you. I'm not sure if you can find the. You might be able to find the letters for shoot. Like you might be able to find the sounds for the letters for those words. Also, maybe I don't know if you have. I don't know. This is. I'm not trying to be rude because the reason I'm thinking about this is because the kids I used to work with. Oh, and hello, peace. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like not respond to you. You have a thing called a screen reader. It will read out what you write, or if you press it, it might have like the different sounds on it. Like if you have like R, maybe it has like what the sound of R um is. Sorry, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like when writing, what I have to do, so I have to do something similar to what you just said. Um, Happy Mac. I have to do like I literally have to reread over my thing, and then once I read it over, oh hi Scobie, how are you? Um, uh, but like for myself because I something sounds right to me doesn't mean it's grammatically right because like I said, because my sister and my mom and my dad and my other sister, they don't have the same, I guess, deficiency in their head that makes things sound like jumbled up and broken, which of course I have. There's something wrong with it, but I just have it. Um, so what sounds right to me may not actually sound grammatically right or correct when you're reading it. Like, and the funny thing is, if I could write how I speak, I'd probably be completely fine. But I don't always write the way I speak. I can speak sometimes. I often can speak a lot better than I write, which is understandable because I'm dyslexic. So it doesn't. So what I'm saying doesn't transfer over into written language skills. Hopefully that made sense. What I just said. Um, Sorry if it didn't. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. But yeah. Hopefully that makes sense for people that are dyslexic out there. I don't know if it made sense. Hopefully. I just thought that idea because also if I would suggest this is how I learned to read with phonics. I don't know if they still have it. And there ain't nothing wrong with using phonics to read because I learned that's literally how I learned to read. My mom, I think it was either my mom or I'm not sure if my mom got the tapes from my aunt or if my mom, it's one or the other. It's either my mom got the tapes from my aunt or my mom ordered the tapes. We had to hook them. We used to have, I don't know if they still have it. We used to have the cassettes, like where you put the tape in a tape thingy, and you'd listen to the video with their books and all. It was like literally a set. I love those stuff, even though I didn't like it at the time. When looking back on it, I like it because it helped me be able to read at a level that I could understand at. Um, you said you can write, well, that's amazing. Like we're the opposite in that. I wonder if that means we have different forms of dyslexia because we're completely opposite in that one statement. You find it when you're exhausted. You said you should say I don't read so well, but not. Oh, my brain got confused when you just said that, but okay. I understand what you said. I'm glad my hair's not out because I'd be stimming on it because I stim when I'm nervous, and yeah, live streams make me nervous. Um, Nothing wrong with being nervous. I am also very introverted. Funny thing is, I was telling someone online yesterday that I'm 75% introverted and 25% extroverted. So yeah, my grammar definitely. One thing me and my mom and the tutor I had in middle school learned is when I can write an outline, when I can write an outline on a topic, I'm completely fine. But if I can't, that's when we know there's an issue. There's going to be an issue when it comes to whatever topic I'm dealing with. Like for me, if I can write notes on a particular subject, like for example, like the topics I do, if I can write notes on it, I'm fine. But if I can't grasp it, then it probably means there's a little bit more of an effort I gotta put in or figure out. Um, yeah. I hope I'm helping people. I don't know if I am. Um, oh, you know what I think, Caleb, if you're there, I got an idea, but I don't know if it works. I don't because I don't use the reason why I said this. I don't know if they have audio books on it. I don't use audiobooks. Nothing wrong with using audiobooks, just to be clear. I just don't use them. Um, yeah, I'm very good at spelling too. It's why That's why it's weird. Like my dyslexia that I have, I don't know what it is then because it's not one of the. I'm good at math too. It's just probably another reason why they could not pick up on what my disabilities were because they're not so out there. I guess they're not like a throw you in the face kind of thing. Like some people, they're when you even if it's invisible, some people can see that you can see them more. I'm thinking you prefer UK English. I wonder what that means. Huh. No. Okay. Oh yes, audiobooks. That's what I was talking about. I don't know if they have on audiobooks if they have like dang, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. Like a not a read out loud option, but like I don't know if they would have hooked on phonics like on audio tape. Not that there's anything wrong with using hooked on phonics because like I said, I used it to when I was trying to learn. I don't know if that's a yeah. Oh, like color and color. Well, I like the UK, but man, I need to go to the UK. You think? No, I 100% agree with you, Happy Mac, because literally there are voices I can't stand, and there are voices I really like. Like this one narrator, I can't help it. It's not my fault, and I know it's not. It's on true crime too. This show I used to watch, which I really used to really love before it got cut off, and I'm really pissed about still. This show, she really had a really good. I'm jealous of the UK because I want the British accent. It's not fair. Like my mom's cousin, he has the accent and I can't have it. It's not fair. I want it. Um, but back to the thing. What was I saying? Lost my thought. Lost my thought. Oh yes, there are certain voices I like, and the narrator from this show I used to watch called Deadly Women. She had the most. Every time I watched that show, I would get happy because I get to hear her voice. Yeah, I don't like automate. Yeah, I don't really like AI narrators. I bet people would probably say I would. I bet people would say, Mariah, you have an AI voice, but I don't really have an AI voice, just my voice. But okay. Um, there are like yeah, I don't something it's I think for you I think you two might have both you, Nick, and Happy Mac, you might have misophonia like I do. I can't stand certain sounds. That's one of the things. I literally don't. I don't think it's, and I don't think misophonia is just attributed to being autistic. I do know I probably have heightened misophonia probably because of being autistic, but it wouldn't be surprising. Like I literally get pissed about certain things that I don't. There's certain things I just get really pissed about. Certain sounds I hear, like this one sound the cicadas make. I can't. My brain literally will It literally like almost like makes my brain like dissociate. I can't hear any like voice like my thoughts like are disrupted. All of that stuff happens because of the sound. I can't process anything. I don't know what that. I think it's from misophonia at least because the sound is like so distracting. It's almost like I think it might be the frequency of the sound because the cicadas make a certain sound when they're flapping their wings that I don't know if, like I don't think it messes with my other family members, but it's normally the reason why it's because it's a lot of the cicadas at one time. I can hear all of their flapping wings and my brain can't focus on nothing else but that sound, literally. And I know people are like, "What the hell does that mean?" I'm literally telling you. Like I remember when my mom or someone was driving. I think it was my dad. I think we were coming from like an eye doctor appointment or something, and the sound of the cicadas, my brain literally, I know he was talking to me at one point. I could not focus on nothing he was saying because the sound outside, I could literally hear it and nothing else. And I know it's the heightened sound of it is the autistic sides. Wait, you gotta do, oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those things are, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't like cicadas, to be honest. I remember the first time I ever saw one was when me and my sister were like, I think about 12. Have I ever served? No, oh, it's a show. Oh, it's a show. Oh man, I don't think I don't think I can see. Dang it, I don't think I can see that. I don't know if I can see that. Do you have to be in the UK to see that? Dang, now you're making me want to see that. That are you being served? This is bad. I also on YouTube I saw this good looking show. I forgot what it's called. It was some kind of it was based on BritBox. It was a good looking mystery show, and I'm like, dang, of course it has to be in the UK. I can't get access to that. Okay, Mariah, let's just not do that. Yeah, I can literally like I guess literally it's almost like everything in my mind, even people's voices tune themselves out, and it's literally focused in on that voice, on that sound. Like literally, it's because I think there's hundreds of Oh wow, we got shut down. Oh wow, I didn't know that. But yeah. Hopefully what I'm saying is helping. Like, I don't know if it is. Hopefully it is. My thought. Yeah. But I don't know. I just try to be Mariah all the time, even though like it can be misleading for other people. Like some people don't like it, some people like it. I don't really try to do things because people like or don't like it. I just be Mariah, and whatever happens, happens. Like some people are like hate that crap, and then other people are like, okay, Mariah, you should just be yourself. Like I get both sides. I get people like Mariah, stop being. They don't really say stop being Mariah. Basically, they are saying stop being yourself when they say this is annoying. You should stop doing that. That's literally what you're saying. I am often I am often a misleading. Well, I guess I get often told that I am. They people often misunderstand me. He said you. Oh, you know what? Honestly, most times when I'm really anxious, I fall asleep to classical music. I like classical music, by the way, which goes well with art, and I like art. So, and it's funny. I think I probably like classical music. I don't know if I started like. I think I liked art before classical music. but I do like classical music. It soothes my mind when it's very probably did mean to misinterpret it, Nick. I probably did. I was gonna say, oh yes. I was saying, I think it's interesting how some people are soothed by like voices. Some people are soothed by music. Some people are soothed by different things. Like for me, I bet I sometimes when I'm making new pieces of art, I will have classical music on because it makes my brain happy. It's not weird. It's one of my art is one of my special interests. I have a few of them. True crime is another one because I hate when people don't get justice, or which is why I did that case on Saturday, that live stream on Saturday, which pissed me off, by the way. I still think that she should not be out of jail. She should be in the bloody jail, but Mariah has to be Mariah has to be calm because I can't control what people do, which is very annoying, by the way. I think if I remember reading somewhere, I think they did sue her. I don't know if I think they sued her or the police and they got some money. Um, yeah. You grew up without always playing closet. Well, I do suspect the reason why I like classical music is because of my autistic brain. It has like the music has some kind of healing. Um, it does some healing for me. It's soothing and it heals. I feel like it heals. It like does something to make me at peace. Same with art. That's when I draw, when I do my art. Wait, does anyone want to see any of my art pieces that are for sale? And I did do I don't I also could show I'm good. I also have a piece that I was gonna say my brain. I was gonna say there is one that's my favorite piece. You said the sound of the tin sorry, brain. Yeah, oh my gosh. The sound for me, the sound of brain hitting the roof. I can't go to sleep with that. Like I said, all my senses are right. Like when it was yesterday, I was grateful I wasn't sleeping because I wouldn't be able to sleep when the oh thank you Nick when the rain hits the window I can literally hear it. It's like not even though it's tiny or small or whatever light I can still hear it. It's very magnified. I don't know if I have a scale of happy. I would just say I'm satisfied. Is all I'll say. You say classical. You listen to classical music when you walk or exercise? Really? Oh, you want to relax? Oh, wow, really? Wait, is the audio No, the audio's breaking. Wait, tell me when it's good, because I want to know when it's good. I'm sorry if it's breaking. I'm so sorry. Favorite chips? Do I have a favorite chips? Oh, salt and vinegar is my favorite chips. I love salt and vinegar. My favorite. They've always been my favorite since I was a kid. Wait, so wait, the sound is wait. I'm not say, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, it's glitching. Why is it glitching? Why is it doing that? I don't know if I want to guess because I'm kind of worried you're gonna say something bad. Hopefully not. Hopefully something good. I don't know why it's breaking because I didn't do anything different than I normally do. I don't know. I do wonder, like, if I have any hidden talents though, like that I don't know about. Uh, 7. Wait, why am I saying 7 though? Why am I saying 6 and 7? I don't get it. 67. Yeah, I'm. Wait, hold on. Back up 1 second. I don't think I've ever heard of the first one. I know who Beethoven is. I'm not sure who the first one is. Who's the first one? Happy Mac. Who is that? No, I don't. No, I don't play Roadblocks. Thank you, Nick. Um. Back to the saying. Wait, is it good? Wait, Nick, is it good? Wait, everyone that was saying that the audio was like breaking, is it still breaking? I hope not. Um, I don't think I know what that is. Oh man, I feel like uncultured because I don't know what I don't know what that is. Don't get that, Mariah. No, because you know, it's weird. You can judge me or not. I really like Moonlight Sinatra. I know I shouldn't like that, but I don't care. What the heck is that? Sorry, my misophonia was bothering me because I could hear the squeal of somebody's wheel. I don't know. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. Boys love cuties. So I don't know what that is. What's Ravel? Wait, I said that right? Moonlight's, no, I said 'cause I just really, it's weird. I like things that sometimes are really dark because when I hear Moonlight Sonata, I think of like mystery. I don't know, but I also like mystery, so maybe that's why. Um, like I remember watching a movie about Beethoven's life. It made me a little bit sad. I've never heard of person Ravel. I've never heard of them. I didn't even know until I didn't even know who that was. Sorry for offending anyone I offended because I don't know who that is. Sorry. Uh, it's a break. Maybe it's because it's windy here because of the storms. It might be because of the storms. Um, it might be because of the storms. It's breaking because of the storms that are happening, that are affecting our area. It might be because of that. Because it's been really windy. It's been really, really windy. Like yesterday, it was really windy and everything. I was wondering if we were on. So I'm actually surprised the audio. I'm surprised it's not worse than it. I'm surprised it held as long as it had, because of that. So yeah, you're never good. Honestly, music is not. Even though I like music, I would not say I'm a music fanatic like that. So maybe I things that I don't probably that's probably why I might not know like that. One thing I was talking to my dad. I said the one thing I like about my art now compared to when I was young, that I didn't like my art back then. I like that my art is more abstract now than it was when I was a kid. I had an imagination, of course, but uh, had imagination. Like I think everyone has an imagination. Um, High storm. Um, but I think as I've grown, I decided to do art the way I want to. Not that I didn't do art the way I wanted to as a child, but don't think I understood that you could do at least back as a child. I don't think I understood you could make art the way you want it to be. So like as an adult and a teenager, I started to make art that I like actually came up with in my mind. Not that I didn't come up with the art back as a child. It's changed and morphed in a way that I feel like now my art more tells how I actually my feelings and other things. Um, sometimes I sometimes my drawings can be based on my childhood stuff, like childhood things, things I'm thinking about. It depends on what it is. Like, uh, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what you said. Something in Spanish. Oh, you gotta go. But bye, Happy Mac. I hope you had a good time in here. If not, sorry. Uh, is your name Carmen or Carmine? I want to make sure I say it right. Uh, because I don't like saying people's. I really hate saying people's names wrong. It's a whole thing. Um. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad to hear that. Because I can't always gauge how people. Oh, so I said it right. Carmine. Okay. I just want to make sure because sometimes people say it differently. I just want to make sure I was saying it right. So it's Car. And I appreciate you. You understand me. You put the words. I know. Appreciate that so much. But What was I saying? Dang on it. What was I saying? I was saying something to you and I lost my. Oh, yes. I don't know what you said, Carmine. It's in Spanish. What did you say? Because I know you said you're bilingual. You can speak bilingual, which I'm assuming is Spanish and English, or is it something else? Or is it not English and Spanish and something else? I'm assuming it's Spanish and English, but don't go based on my assumptions because I know assumptions are dangerous, like I said. Um, does that mean since you are bilingual, does that mean you're fluent in both of them? Just out of curiosity, you don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable. One thing I do make sure I say, like, if you're not comfortable with something, you don't have to respond because I think it's important to acknowledge and give. So, like, that's important. Yeah, I thought it was Spanish and English, but I don't know. See, I know some Spanish. I don't know what you said though. I swear I don't know what you said. Let me see if I can figure it out. Nope, I can't figure it out. I can't. Is it something about the future though? I don't. That's just a guess. I don't even know. I swear. That's just Mariah trying to use her brain. Oh, it autocorrected. Oh, then I don't know what you. I don't even. If it autocorrected, I surely don't know what it is then. Because I wish it had a I wish on the one thing I do wish it had on the chat like a translate option. So if someone's speaking a different language and you don't know it like fluently, that you could push the translate button and it would translate it into the language that the person. Oh, sorry, you guys heard my stomach. It's hungry, but I'll eat later. So it's fine. La 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 la. Didn't think. Stop stimming on your hair. Don't touch it. Get your hand off it. There we go. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that because I literally was trying to figure out what it could possibly be because I was like, I don't know what that is. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Uh, yeah, I know. The one thing I will say is sometimes when autocorrect like corrects like my whole like for example, it's completely not at all. Like I've had even when I'm writing my notes up for you don't think it's right. Well, she can she wait. I don't want to now I'm going to feel bad cuz I don't know. Wait, are you I don't want to say you're a guy or a girl cuz I don't know which one you are, female or male. Oh, is it it's I should have known cuz sometimes wonder wait a second. Is that what does it mean though? It's Italian. Now I feel even worse. I was wrong. What does it mean? Now I feel worse. I feel so much worse now because I literally thought it was Spanish. It's not Spanish at all. What does it mean though? Is it like something to do with? Actually, I don't know. Oh, so you were right, Nick. How'd you get it? I'm so sorry. My stomach is like growling. My bad. Sorry, sorry, sorry. My bad. Google told you. Well, you still wrote it right. When you try to hide. Wait, people try to. Oh, I never heard that. I've never heard people say it that way. Huh, that's an interesting way of saying it. Well, I guess the bird's happy because it's making a sound. Outside the window, I think, somewhere outside the window. Um, I used to get angry at the birds because of my misophonia. I can and my heightened senses. I always hear them chirping at the time I don't want them chirping. Because I've had birds wake me up out of my sleep, which made me angry. I'm not gonna lie. Not really more. I'm not really angry at the birds. Just the noise. I wish they would stop doing is more what it is. Um, I don't know. Maybe the birds are playing or something. They're like really tripping outside. Um, which is distracting me because I'm trying to focus on what's happening here, and my ears are like, no, you. I feel better because I'm not the only one that gets mad at the birds for doing that. And I know it's not their fault that I know it's not their fault that they're chirping. That's the way they communicate. I do sometimes wonder what the animals are saying at times. I do wonder, like, what are they trying to talk to us? Are they talking to someone else or something? Yeah, I know. I've been thinking, but I think about that sometimes because I think about like if anyone. This is aging myself, I guess technically. The show, The Wild Berries, where Eliza would talk to the animals, and she would be the only one that could hear them speaking. And that's what I was thinking about when it came to these birds outside, which are acting very active, which is really odd because it's like nighttime, and I'm surprised the birds are like out there at 7:30 at night. Maybe they got confused or something about like what time they're supposed to be out or something. I'll tell you about my channel. My channel is a disability related channel. Like I talk about different disability related things. I have different playlists. Some one's about true crime with disability related stuff. One there are poems. There are short. I do shorts every day. About different disability related topics. I've done shared my own personal experiences with different disabilities. I've done topics I want to learn about, other people want to learn about, they suggested to me. I'm trying to think what else. We do special live streams when we get to certain goals. Trying to think. Let me think. Um, Trying to think. Oh, I know I'm missing some stuff. Hold on. We've done it. I've done a couple of videos about disability hate crimes. I've done. Hang. Hold on a second. Let me get my tablet because all my playlists are under there. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to go off my head, but it's not working. Let's see. Okay, let me see all my playlists because I don't remember all of them on top of my head. There's a good amount, I guess. I would say. Let's go to my playlist. You said if technology could accomplish it, would you? What's an egrams? I don't know what that is. What's an egrams? I literally don't think I know what that is. If you can explain what that is, then maybe I can answer the question. Dude, let's see, Mariah. Okay, so if you're still there, gray all day. So my playlist I have honest but serious questions, which are typically questions I want to know more answers about, and sometimes people want to know more answers about. Right now I'm collecting questions for mental health, questions that you want to know about mental health. I have no, I wouldn't want to transfer it over to an Android. I would be creeped out if I did that. I have ready to learn something new, which are part of my shorts. Um, what else? Oh yeah, this new one I have, which is called Shining a Light on the people with disabilities, which I cover different people that have disabilities, typically famous people. Sometimes you don't know about them. There's one called Is and Isn't, where it's those are response-based videos, which those are my favorite ones. Response-based videos are my favorite out of all the videos I make because I can give my responses, other people can give their responses, and I gather them together and I do them in a video. Like the one that's coming out on Saturday, that's a response video. I have other people's responses in there. That one I didn't have a response to. The video that I'm trying to make, which I still need responses for. I think my friend, he's a YouTuber, he put out a thing on his channel for getting me responses. I don't know if anyone's going to give me any because I know he said there's a possible way that they could send it to him and then he send it to me if they have them. Um, and I have my response for that video and other people's responses. I have a one called stereotypes in the disability community. I'm glad it fixed itself I would rather it fix itself and it's weird because I can't believe we're almost at 1400 before we even did our live stream for 1300, which is insane to me. So yeah, hopefully you heard what I said. Gray all day. Hopefully you heard that. Right now I need 13 more questions for my mental health questions because I did for next month. I already have all the questions about autism. I've got all of those. I came with some and other people came with some. I'm also I like doing that. That's for Autism Awareness, Acceptance Month. Next month, May, I'm doing mental health. I've had 18 questions. Most of them came from me. There's a few from some other people. Um, yeah, I decided, yeah, I think I'm going to start doing that, focusing on one particular topic for that whole month if I can. So far, for next month, we got that situated. I think we're probably going to make it to 1400 before I get to do my, which is actually, the stream for reaching 1.3 is actually on Sunday, so I'm curious to see what we'll be at by then. We actually might be. I know the reason this channel is gaining traction, at least more recently, is because one of my YouTube friends who's also autistic, he put out one of my videos on his channel, and it's pushing people over because of what he put. And it's not a bad thing. It's just what is happening because he was saying about like response. I need response to my video. He was talking about my content and stuff. So people have been coming over from that video. Like literally, it's been gaining traction a lot. Like in the last, I think maybe 3 or 4 days it's been out. It's literally been getting just a lot of traction. Um, yeah. So that, but I am curious to see how that's gonna go. I know there's probably gonna be a good amount of trolls on that stream for the celebration stream because people seem to do that. Like I'm glad he did that. He told me he was gonna he's gonna share it, but I didn't think he was gonna share it in that way. He's really awesome though. I met him through Twitter, and then like I found out he was a YouTuber. He found out I was a YouTuber, and so yeah. So that happened. Uh, like I'm glad that also for anyone that doesn't know, I have a Patreon and Coffee that's used to support this channel. People that are paying Patreon to get access to my plan content earlier than anyone else. Not that not that I'm aware of. I don't think I'm Asian, but I don't know. Nothing wrong with anything to do with that. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say. You're considering watching the documentary. Sure can if you want to. I don't know exactly. Honestly, I probably if I had Netflix, I probably wouldn't watch it because I would want to punch the screen every time I saw the lady come up. It would happen because I get mad even talking about her. So I probably wouldn't watch that. There are certain like literally even on true crime, there are certain cases I cannot watch. When it involves a child, I don't want to watch it. It makes me really mad. It really makes me mad. Actually, there's a few ones that I've seen on true crime that makes me really mad. When I have watched them, it pisses me off. Like ones where it comes to elderly, the disabled, and children. When I see any of those, it makes me pissed. Um, well, I'm glad that you go ahead. Then you should totally watch it. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't watch it, Nick. You should watch it. I just know Mariah could never watch it. If I had Netflix, I could not watch that documentary because I probably want to throw something at whatever I'm watching because I get that mad. Because this is a human because this person did this to another human being and didn't think anything about them. They just thought about their selfish desires. That's why that made me mad. Which I think everyone in the whole thing can probably agree with. When it comes to that. Yeah. I don't know. And I'm also biased. I do have a justice sensitivity. I don't like when justice isn't served, and I definitely don't think justice was served in that case at all. Um, she got to get out of freaking jail for what the hell? I don't know how the hell she got to get out. She basically just got the bloody she basically got the didn't have the book thrown at her at all. She just got to get this basically I feel like they gave her way too much leniency. Why is there leniency? And I know why she got out, which is some bullshit, by the way. I'm sorry, it is bullshit. It is. Because they couldn't use some of the testimony from her first trial because she got convicted and then she originally got 12 years, but because they threw some of the testimony out, she got to get a plea deal. That just pisses me off. That just pisses me off. Like why is it a thing? Like, what? Like, Mariah, don't get mad. You can do this. You have to stay below a level because you know how your anger gets. It's a thing. I have a thing. Yeah, I'm talking about the actual case. Yeah, it's the movie. I didn't watch the movie, but I was talking about the case. I think it's bullshit that she got. I don't care what nobody says. I think she should have got 12 years or more than what she did because she raped. I don't care what he said. She raped him. That's what she did. She raped him, and she knew what she was doing, and she knew he couldn't consent to that mess. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if everyone hates what I said. That's exactly what she did. That's what was done. And they just try. I feel like they tried to make it nicer than it was. It's not a nice situation. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Even though I'm not Irish, I'll say it to people that I guess are. I'm not Irish. Even though I'm considered an Irish twin because, well, me and my sister are because we were born in the same year, which but still not Irish though. Just to be clear. At least that I'm aware of. Um, but yeah. And for anyone that doesn't know, I do curse, and I know some people don't like it, but I do curse. Probably people probably say it's not ladylike. It's part of me being Mariah and just being myself. Sometimes restricting certain avenues of myself. How am I? I'm fine. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. If you say so, Michael. Um, you said everyone is Irish on. I don't know. I'm completely fine. I was just talking about this case that made me annoyed, but because I don't think justice was served. But yeah, I guess to each his own. Because some people probably think that she did. I don't know how anyone could think. Oh, hello, Robert. I'm okay. Just tired, but I'll be fine. Thanks for asking. Do you think? Wait. What do you think about the part his family didn't play any part? They trusted somebody and the person took advantage of it. That's what I think. Um, I don't have an Australian. I'm definitely not Australian. One thing I will say, my accent changes based on my mood. It's weird. I don't know why it does it. It's happened my whole life. My voice will change based on my mood. It's like really weird. I am actually American, but I'm glad you thought I was. Is that kind of bad? I'm glad you thought I was like from somewhere else. Probably is bad, but I didn't get it. That does make me kind of. I'm from the U.S. I'm not really into braids. I've had them. I just don't. I'm not really into them like that. Uh, I'm actually from the Michael. I'm actually from the U.S. I live in Maryland. I'm from Maryland. Yes, I'm sure I'm from Maryland. But yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, my literally it's based on my mood. My accent will change. I literally had. I wish I had a British accent. Dang on it. I don't know if I'm considered British by association or not. I guess no, I guess I am half British. My mom is from the UK. My mom's family has. I want the accent, and I can't take it and get. Why can't someone give it to me? Like I'm not sorry. I'm not. Like I want it. Like I'm not saying any more than what I just said about my mom, where she's from. But huh. Back to saying, I want it and I can't have it. This is my favorite accent, honestly. Like I literally, when my mom's cousin will talk, I literally stare at him. It's not weird. It's not weird. It is literally, um. Oh wow! I wonder if you live close to me. That is so weird. Like I I know, but also I don't think I could, Nick. I don't think I could get it because like you normally develop the accent when you're young. Dang on it. It's fine. Just live through. Just listen to other people when like literally when people like I've had people like send me voice notes that are British and I'm like, what? It's like not fair. But I realized no, I think it's what my mom said. My mom said she actually used to. I think she might have had a Brit. She lost her British accent when she because she lost it because when you're growing because she came here when she was young, so she doesn't have it, which is dang not fair. Because at least I could have lived through her if she had it still. Like my mom's cousin Shirley, he definitely has the British accent. It's completely obvious. And when I hear like it's weird when I hear anyone that's British talk, I just literally stare at them. It's not weird. It's just like the reason I stare at them because it makes me happy. So I just need to like it's like my brain has to absorb the sound. Ooh, that is cool. Wait, you can pick up. Oh, I didn't know you could pick up it. I don't. I don't know. But then I wonder if I get it, will I be bored of it? Yeah, Mariah, let's just keep what we have. Huh. Um. Yeah. I don't know. I like the British accent, the Australian. I like the South African. I do not like the American accent, which I have. It's annoying. I don't care if I'm from here or not. I don't like it. And people are like, why? Because it's boring. That's why I find, like, I feel like the British accent is like really, it's probably why I like it. I feel like it's an elegant accent. I just literally, I like gravitate towards that. Probably why. Same with the Australian and even the South African accent. All of those have the I don't know, I just like them. I can't help it. It was my brain. It's like my brain gets happy when it hears it. It's kind of like with voices. How people's voices. Some people like have soothing voices. Some people don't. Like people keep saying they like my voice. I don't know what it is about the voice they hear. Like my voice in my head, I like how it sounds, but when it comes out on video, I don't like it. So I don't really know what they don't. It's and I know it's because I hear it differently. Why? But I don't know. I'm very much a critic, I guess. You like the Scottish accent? The Scottish and Irish accent, they're hard for me to understand what they're saying. So I think that's might be why I can't really pay attention to it. And it's not their faults, but I think my brain can't. But I know, but Nick, but it sounds awesome. Your guys' accent over there sounds awesome. I can't lie. It's like literally awesome. If I like it, maybe that's why I like it too. I didn't know that, but it kind of like, even though I don't know if I've heard a British is it Cockney accent? I don't know if I've ever heard that one. Actually, I might have. I'm not sure if I like that one. I definitely like my mom's cousin's accent. I just can't help it. Just like my brain like shuts itself off to hear what the other thing they're saying, what the person's saying, because I can't. And I also think maybe because it's not, maybe because I don't also, I think if I heard it every day, I'd be annoyed by it. I do think that because I hear my stinking accent every stinking day, which I don't even think it's an accent. I think I get annoyed by it. Like, I just think that's what it is. I think because I've heard it so often, I'm like, what the hell can we have? Can I have some diversity? Like when I watch the shows with that, like have British characters or have British actors, I like literally get excited because I'm like, yay, I get to hear what I want to hear, and I can't, and I don't have to hear what I don't want to hear. And I don't hate anyone that's American, by the way, because I am American myself. I just don't like our accents. I'm sorry. Like actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't like my accent. I like certain accents in the U.S. I just don't like mine. I guess I like the Southern accent. I like actually. It's sort of interesting. I do not like mine, even though I don't even know what a Maryland accent is. I guess that's what I have, which I don't hear it, but okay. I just think my voice sounds boring. Maybe that's what it is. That might be another thing. Yeah. What else? Oh, for anyone that I don't know who has Hulu on here. Um, that's what I was gonna say. You like my voice? I like it at times. I just don't like the accent, is all. I like my voice when I hear it in my, here, but like my bone structure. But when I hear it on video, it sounds completely different. I'm like, who is that? I'm pretty sure everyone does that. But I was gonna say, oh yeah, for recommendations for anyone that watch Hulu, you guys, if you don't watch this, I would recommend the show, Tyler Perry's The Oval. Man, that thing is, oh my gosh, that show is binge worthy. I was just telling my ex about that. Um, I was telling him about that. I told him, if you watch that, you're not gonna be able to like stop watching it. I'm literally, they only have the first three seasons available, and I'm almost done. I'm kind of bummed because I'm like, I don't have any more. That's a really good show. Um, the show Good Odyssey. I'm sorry, Doctor Odyssey. Doctor Odyssey is a good show. I gotta watch the most current ones. That's a good show. It's on Hulu. The Paradise is a good show. Have to finish that. I got two more. Um, what else? How to Get Away with Murder is amazing, but that's an old show. Not old. Scandal. I have to finish watching. Man, I watched too many Jordan shows. I realized. I really wanted to see Gross Point Society, but I can't bloody watch it because it's not on Hulu. I think it's on like Peacock or something. That's some bullshit, by the way. Why would they put that on there? How come I want to watch something? Yeah, I don't like that one. I'm sorry, Nick. I hate that one. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't say that. I do hate it. Because I just don't like it. It's lame. I need that thing doesn't have no mystery. It's probably why I hate it. I tried watching it. I literally got through 10 episodes. I'm like, forget this bull crap. And then I was like so happy because I switched over to the Oval, and I was like, let me watch that. Yeah, I'm definitely not watching Sisters anymore because I don't like it. It's boring. I hate boring. I don't. The reason I like the old because it's like literally it's like an intense mystery, but then it's like drama and there's like a mix of things in there. I'm like, okay, let me watch that. Um, what else? What else am I watching? Oh, Doc is a good one. Doc is really a good one. Doc is a good one. Carmine, what are you trying to say? Confused. Um, what else? Oh, we're just this live stream is just on Mondays I do fun unscripted live stream, so there's no particular topic. Oh yeah, we're talking about what I was talking about shows I'd recommend, and I'm talking about Hulu shows that I would recommend or shows I'm watching on Hulu. Doc is the one I'm watching. Um, The Rookie is a really good series. I really like that. 911 I gotta catch up on. Uh, which I'm not too far behind. I'm just kind of scared to watch the new episodes because I'm scared that they're gonna kick people off that I like, and I'm gonna be pissed. That's why I can't watch it. Same with The Rookie. I feel The Rookie and 911. I feel like they're gonna kick off people I like, and it's gonna piss me off. So I'm trying to stall, but it ain't gonna work because stalling is not gonna make it not happen. Yeah, I realized that. What else? What else am I watching? I was watching a lot of movies today, but that wasn't it. I don't watch Fire Country. No, I've never seen that. Hmm. What else do I want? What else did I let me look at my Hulu thing. I can look at it right now and see. Um, what else am I watching? My brain's like trying to figure out what else is it that I was watching. I was watching old shows like from the 90s, which I really like. Family Matters is one of them. I'm watching Living Color, but I'm not watching it. I haven't watched the whole thing. Oh, what else? What else? What else? Hold on. What else would I recommend? I already said Doctor Odyssey. Switching Gears is one of the things I'm watching. I gotta finish watching Naruto Shippuden, which I love. I heard in Texas they're trying to ban anime. Is that freaking true? Oh, I'm from Maryland. I hope that's not true. That's garbage. They're not really trying. I really hope they're not trying to freaking ban anime. What is that? The heck? Like that would piss me off if I was from there. I mean, if I lived there, I can't have anime. Uh, what else? I think that's all I'm watching. also watch a lot of true crime. Oh, we're watching a whole lot of true crime. Like, I wish they had Monk on here because I totally watched that again, the whole series over. Because I remember I used to watch that with my dad. It was on air, and and yeah, that show is. I love that show. I was watching Little Eclipsy. So I went to bed so late. I mean, I'm also a night owl. I went to bed like 5. Oh, they're not. But why would they ban? That's even worse. They're banning video. That's worse. That's way worse, Nick. That's worse about the banning video game. Like the one that means they probably would ban if at least if Final Fantasy came out, the one that me and my sisters have, they would have that would have been banned because they have like a scene, like I guess they have like, well, it's not really nudity, it's just cleavage showing in that one villain character, um which I would not call obscene, but I don't know. But I don't really know what they classify as obscene anymore because a lot of things change now. Um, I really hope. Well, I don't really play. The only anime game I really played when I played video games on like my like DS and all that was from Naruto Shippuden and stuff. Like, we don't think I played anything else with that. Yeah, I don't really know. I think I read it was I think I read it in some kind of article they were trying to ban that stuff. But I don't really play like the X-rated stuff like that. I'm trying to think. My brain's like throwing. It's probably the reason probably why it's drawing a blank is because my brain's like tired because it's like Mariah, we should have got enough sleep, but we didn't get enough sleep. But yeah. Uh, I think you're I'm so proud of you, Nick. Oh yes, thank you, Nick. You should remind me. Yes, one of the really good shows I really like is Only Murders in the Building. Oh yeah, I recommended that to Nick, and then he's finally almost caught up. Go ahead, Nick. I'm fine. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I know it's weird, but I'm very curious to see how they're gonna start this season off. Cause like, who did? I want to know. Cause literally at the end of, I can't tell you. It's a really darn good show. I can't tell you, Nick, because you're close to the end, and I can't tell you because then I'm gonna ruin it. It's literally the last scene in the fourth season, so you'll see what I'm talking about when you get there. I'm so proud of you though, because I know you've been like saying you're like catching up. That's a really good show. Like, I do wonder if it has any truth to it. If it does, it actually kind of terrifies me if it had any truth to it because like that means that person would be a serial. That means we would have like actually it could honestly it could have been based on some true stuff. Well, we know I don't know. But I'm also Mariah. I think things most people don't. Like I love a lot of mystery stuff. It's mystery related. Listen, you enjoy it when you can. You don't have to. Dang, I just heard this thing in my head. My sister and I me and my sisters used to watch this show called Amazing World of Gumball. And when I said what I said, that it made me think of that show and then sing the song in my head. But back to saying, um, like there's no pressure to catch up. You have a good amount of time because I think they normally do I think the season is coming back or the season premiere. I think sometime in August or September maybe. So you got a good amount of time for that comes. So yeah, um, yeah, I think I just really like them. Like, I do wonder if Selena on the show is gonna ever have like a long distance relationship on this her character, because like literally she had like literally a few sporadic like relationships on the show. So did Steve Martin's character Charles. Her character Mabel. They basically didn't have too many they normally, when they do it, they normally release one per week, or sometimes like two. I think sometimes the premiere they have like 2 episodes they release, and then they trickle it off to one. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it this time because one of the times when I was watching it and it came out, they had done two. Oh my gosh! I hope my show comes back. My other show, Tell Me Lies. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love the show, and I'm curious to see. I really kind of hope Bree punches Lucy. I'm not sorry. She freaking cheated with her soon to be husband, which I'm not sure if they're gonna actually get married now because, like, dude, the way it ended is Stephen, her ex, who is Lucy's ex, sent a text message to the bride to be about Evan, who is the current like fiance who's about to get married to the bride. She just recently found out that Lucy and Evan slept together. That like, and she didn't know for years. Like the and he did that crap on purpose. It's very funny because the two lead characters in the show actually are dating in real life. Not that it's impossible. I just think it's interesting because the way in that. Yeah, it's getting. I know it's getting removed. I know that. I'm just curious to see how it's gonna start off. Is she gonna slap? I want to know if Bree is gonna slap her. Cause honestly, if I was Bree, I would have slapped the hell out of both of them. You cheated with my best friend, and you didn't tell me all. They literally. It's been I think 8 or 7 or 8 years, and since them cheating, and she didn't tell. Like I can't imagine that. What that's like a betrayal beyond betrayal, cheating on somebody for. Yeah, I'm the same. Wait, are you watching it too, Nick? Did you watch it? Brie looks so good though. Why do I care about what? I'm curious to see how the show is gonna go. It's a really it's intense drama. Oh, you checked it on Google. You checked it on Google. Huh. Okay. Um. Yeah. I don't. It's a really good show. It's intense, I swear. From the first episode, it's really intense. Lucy she get on my nerves, I swear to you. Her character pisses me off. And Steven's character pisses me off too. He's a dick, and she is irritating and insecure, get on my dick, and then acts she kind of acts like she also acts like she has some kind of, it's weird. It's almost like she's addicted to drama and then, like, screwing things up, and then it's literally, like, this most effed up relationship I've ever seen during this is not even a reality series. It's just like a show, but like it's the most effed up thing I've ever seen in my life. Like what if this was real? I'd be like, oh my gosh, no, no way, like no. Like everyone, like the friends are against the relationship, which I understand because the more she was in a relationship, the more crazy she would act. She literally she did some shitty things, and so did he. They both did shitty things, both of them. One was responsible for a death, and they covered that up and made it seem like this guy did it when the real person who did it is the freaking psychopath that Lucy was dating. What's gonna say? Steven and Lucy were dating off and on the whole, like, for the first season, and then they broke up, and that is dumb, weird, stupid scene where they like get back together, break up, get back together. I literally was like, what the hell is this shit? Why does it keep happening? Like you see this guy is psychotic and you're psychotic when you're with him. Why you keep getting with this psychopath? And it's weird because then she was cheating on then she was with someone else and she was cheating on the guy she was with Steven, which I don't get. Steven needs to go somewhere else. Like, no, he ain't the catch of the day. He acts like a darn psychopath or sociopath. Like he don't have no feelings. Like he killed somebody and was acting like he was sad, but he literally wasn't sad because he hid the whole thing and made like literally someone killed themselves or died and overdosed because of him because he didn't speak up and tell the truth. And then the girl was like, let's tell the truth now, and it's like a whole thing. Not really a murder. It's more like I don't know if it would be considered a murder. Um, he was responsible. I guess technically it's kind of a murder. Like I said, maybe it's technically a murder, but I don't know because they were both drinking or high. It was either drinking or high, one of the two, and he was driving, which he shouldn't have bloody been doing because the girl asks, "Are you okay to drive?" First off, I have to ask if you're okay to drive. It means you're probably not okay to drive. And she was like, "We could just stay here," and he was like, "Nah, we can go." And he ended up crashing into a tree, and she ended up dying. He put her behind the wheel like she was driving the vehicle, but he was the one that was driving the vehicle. And then he made it seem like it was his best friend's brother who caused the accident which is some bullshit, which made the kid go into depression and almost kill himself one time, and then he ended up accidentally overdosing on some kind of I can't know if it was a medication his brother gave him, but it backfired, and like they all started feeling all the guilt and crap. It was the most insane thing, literally a whole insane show, the most insane show I've literally think I've ever seen out of all the shows I think I've seen. It's between I feel like between that and The Oval, they're both the most effed up shows I've literally ever seen. Which means the people that are playing the characters are really good at their character because they play the role very well. Typically, if I'm mad at the person, it means they did the role well enough to like actually provoke emotion, which means you did a good job. That's what it means. And thanks for blocking. Thanks for blocking them or blocking them, Nick. I appreciate you. Any questions before I go? Because my body's getting tired, so it probably means Mariah, we gotta go soon. You're gonna watch The Oval? Oh, that's a good show. It's just a fun live stream, which I do every Monday. It's unscripted, so we just literally just hang out. Um, any other questions before I go? Also on Thursday, I normally put out the schedule. Well, I'm glad you like watching. I can't always tell if people like it. I do know the people that tell me, but other than that, not so much. I'm gonna assume no one has questions. Well, thanks guys for watching. I love you guys. Bye.